Hi, this is Henk Boksma from Rigi.io. In this short video, I will explain you how we can take previews of a dynamic web application. And those previews are used by translators. It are indexed previews. And the goal is that when a translator selects a string in his translation environment, that he immediately sees the context, the preview with the translations that he edited. And this can be quite complicated. As you may have seen in the previous video where we explained our pwik application, you know that you need to navigate through the application to see particular strings. So this is work that translators don't want to do. They don't want to search for strings. And the concept of previews helps with that. So what I can do is I can open our WebSnap tool. And in this WebSnap tool we can open our pwik application. And what you see below here is all the strings in this project, and the coverage indicates how many of those strings are currently on a preview. And we don't have screenshots yet, so there are no previews available. What's interesting is that on this particular page that I loaded, you see that there are new strings. So there are strings on this page that are not in the preview yet. And when I press F7, I can create a screenshot, and the screenshot is ready, and you see that now 68 strings out of 2053 are in context, and it created an HTML file here. And I can open this file in a browser, and you see that this is exactly the same as the application that I was looking at. So we can really take a snapshot at a certain moment in time. The interesting thing is when I'm looking at this page and I look at the header of the HTML file, you see here a lot of meta information in it. And this information tells us what strings are currently shown within this page. Because as you saw, when I hover over these strings, they are recognized. So all strings that can be localized are recognized. If I have, for example, a hard-coded text, like, for example, Latvian, this one, if I would have a hard-coded text, then it won't recognize it. So I can continue taking screenshots. So when I select a new part of the application, you will see that it takes new screenshots, and now I was at 3% and now I'm at 5%, 94 strings in context, and I go further, I continue, and we keep taking screenshots. This is a manual process. We have ways to automate it as well for clients, but for the sake of this demo, I only show the manual version. So you can imagine that we can take many screenshots. This application has a way that you can log in. And in the sign-in screen, you also see strings. So we can take a screenshot here. And I can, for example, log in. But when I forget my password, I get the password required string. And as you see here, this password has a variable. So I can take a screenshot there. And then when I enter my credentials, need to look up my password. I can sign in. And now I get into the dashboard view of the administrator. And here you see many new strings appearing. I can take a screenshot. You also saw the sign out here, the sign out text. And this sign out text is a tooltip here. That's there. So, and by this we can, for example, go to all kinds of screens, and everywhere I get new strings. So this is basically it, and in a later video I will show you how we can use those screens in the localization environment. Thank you.